Tonight, joining me on Times Now is the one and only voice that we would want to hear on the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha. Namaskar and pranam, Gurudev Sri Sri Ravishankar, and thank you very much for joining me here on Times Now.
Namaskar, namaskar.
Gurudev, as someone who has been involved in trying to iron out the creases to finally make way for the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, how do you look at the 22nd of January and the fact that we have approached the date and the Indian civilization is actually going to see the opening and the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lala in his own Mandir?
A dream of millions and millions of Indians through the ages, through several centuries, is coming to reality, and it's a great moment for the country and for Sanatan Dharma.
Gurudev, do you agree this is India reclaiming its civilizational legacy? Do you agree with those who say that this is not just a symbol of making a mandir, having Ram Lala there, but this is the decolonizing of the Indian mind?
Absolutely, absolutely. It is not just a building that's coming up. It is the self-confidence and self-esteem of the whole generations of people, a whole civilization. Yes, it's a symbol of rekindling the value of our civilization. Absolutely. And it's a great moment of pride for our countrymen.
Gurudev, but many people are a little confused with the position taken by religious leaders, especially Swami Nishchalanand Saraswati, the pontiff of the Govardhana Mutt in Puri, who says the Prime Minister will be in the sanctum sanctorum and touch the idol. This is being given a political angle. Lord Ram's consecration must be done in a dignified way. I will neither oppose it nor attend it. Also, the Swami Avi Mukteshwarananda Saraswati of the Jyotish Peeth in Uttarakhand also says that this is a way of dharma shastras which are being defied by putting Ram Lala in an incomplete building. How do you see these objections?
Navika, I would say I have studied all the shastras. I have studied, there are 64 agamas, all the temples are built through agama vidya only. Agamas, and there are 108 Vaishnava agama, 28 Shaiva agama. What is being done is in a very different situation, and it does not oppose the agamas. For example, I tell you, Sri Ram himself built the Rameshwaram temple, Rameshwaram Linga. When he did Rameshwaram Shivling Pratishtha, there was no temple there. The temple was built after the Rameshwaram Lingam was consecrated by Sri Ram himself. You think Ram has violated the laws? And Kedarnath, Badrinath, all the Jyotirlingas, the lingas are Swayambhu. They were there present, and then the temple started around that. So, the Garbhagriha is already done, and doing Ram Pratishtha there, the date is very good, there is nothing wrong. In fact, if you see, there is no date which is 100% right. You will never find that at all. Every date has got some flaws in it. And gurus are meant to, remove those obstacles, remove those flaws. Guru have that samarthya, have that ability. With just their presence. See, for an Acharya Guru, God is not in temple or in murti. Atmano, Jnanino Atmani Devata. For Jnanis, in the Atma only all the Devatas are there. So their presence alone can remove any, if at all any dosha, that can be removed. Number one. Second, our Prime Minister he is representing the whole country. He is doing as a pratinidhi of 140 crore Indians and all the Indians who are living abroad. Not only that, he is a bhakta. He is not just doing for a political. If that was the case, why would he do 11-day fasting? And he is a sadhak, he is a bhakta, he is a yogi, he has all those qualities. And when he is doing it well, there are many different opinions, everybody has the right their opinion, but this is the time when the whole nation is coming together to celebrate. Actually, the celebration was about to happen when the judgment came. When the judgment came, it was a long awaited dream of people. But it was our wisdom that we said, no celebration now. There's a Prime Minister who said, no one should be hurt. All the 140 crore people of the country should come together. There should be harmony between them. So, no celebration now. We have held back this celebration for past 4 years. Now, how long can you hold it back? Now is the time to unleash the enthusiasm of people.
Very, very well said. But are you surprised similar objections were raised even during the Bhumi Pujan? Now, same voice is objecting again. Is this political, do you think? Is this anti-Modiism that is making them anti-Ram, anti-God itself? And can you deny that even the timing has a little bit of a political intent in mind?
You see, I have nothing to comment on different people's opinion. If you ask me my opinion, I would say our Prime Minister is doing 10 days of fasting, 11 days of fasting. I would like to tell him that he doesn't need to strain so much. He has the wish and he has this purity in his heart for the well-wishing the entire population of the country. And when this is there in you, and we are all there, all the Swamis are there, Sadhus are there, Mahatmas are there, and so you don't have to strain, you have to take care of your health. He has to, because he has so much responsibility. It's okay, you are fasting, you are simply sitting and meditating, doing your tapasya, then it's okay. You have so much responsibility, you have to pay. Of course, he is a regular, he does the vratas regularly, every Navratri he does fasting and all, so it may not be so difficult for him, but still, this is the moment that we bring in that wave of devotion, which is already coming up in the country, and these are some, apaswar jisko kehte hain, wrong tunes that gets played now and then here and there. Even when I started with the Ram Janambhoomi mediation, there were many oppositions were there from both sides. Many Hindus were opposed, you know about that, and many Muslims were said no, but then, see, finally everyone has come together. And this is the time for contemplation and take pride in the ancient lore of this country.
Absolutely. Gurudev, you've been so closely associated and you just, hinted about that. Since 2001, when you met with Atal Bihari Vajpayee, our former Prime Minister, you were interested with the task of seeing this whole Andolan through to build the Ram Temple. Tell us something about this, because you've also written this in a recent article. Please share with our viewers the ups and downs of the last 25 years, 30 years.
The mediation process itself was a very humorous one. There was nothing serious about it. It was so much humor there, and there were people coming together from both communities. They had concern for each other's safety. Champat Rai ji saying, no, we are concerned about the safety and security of the other side. The same from the other side also. Going back to 2001, that's when our Prime Minister Then Prime Minister Vajpayee ji said, Gurudev, you go and talk to them, you are acceptable for both communities, you should take lead in this. So then I started talking. I mean, it's a very, very interesting journey with them. We almost came to an understanding, but then, for any great work, Shreyansi Bahuvignani, there is a saying, many obstacles do come. And there was a lot of cynicism, sarcasm about it. But then finally, when the whole thing has come together, it's a great moment. And the 5 acres have been accepted by the other party. And they were, the Supreme Court has given a judgment which was welcomed by one and all. But see here, the sensitivity of Prime Minister, he said, there should be no celebration now. It will hurt the other community. So we should all wait. People should wait. And that's what happened. Even now, all the temples are getting cleaned. All the temples in the country are getting clean, and then the celebration happening. I mean, these are the great moments that one should cherish. And of course, for every great things, there have been lot of struggle, and Ram Janmabhoomi had seen one of the worst struggle in the human history for 500 years. I should say, so many Karyakartas, Ram Bhakts, so many sadhus. I mean, it was all their dream, for years. And their balidan, their one-pointed attention was there. They were only representative. You can say it's a politics, but what is politics? Whatever people want, that is what the politics goes. And this was a dream of the people of the nation. So definitely the leaders who listen to the heart and mind of the people, they will reap the fruit of it. If you oppose something that is close to the heart of people, you are going to be in the other side. You are going to be a loser.
You're an advocate of dialogue because you've played a mediator's role in the Ram Janmabhoomi case. How do you see the best way forward in Kashi and Mathura? Because already a legal battle is playing out for those 2 temples, which again are pulled by faiths in different directions.
See, in this country, we all have to live together and we have to honor each other. In this sense, these are very sacred places, important places. It's always the best thing is both community come together and give and take and do something that would, make each one feel proud, and win-win situation. Yeah.
But do you think that's going to happen? It didn't happen in the Ram Mandir case. Is it practical and feasible to imagine it will happen for Kashi and Mathura?
As I said, there is nothing impossible if we wish and if we all come together. We need to have that wish or will to do it, and then, of course, law should support us.
But what about the Places of Worship Act of 1991? In fact, many people interpret it as a law that does not support opening up any other such issues, that are controversial.
See, these 3 places demand has been there not today, from a long time. It's a historical blunder we created in the past, which we did not look into it. After independence, all this could have been done. Like Somnath, Kashi, Mathura, These are most important places. But if someone says, well, 3,000 masks and all, I am not for. I will not subscribe to those sort of ideas that all masks should be removed. These are all extreme venomous ideas that should be done away with. But some of these very important places and positions, this can be resolved through dialogue when it is not such an important place for the other community.
Well put, but do you really think the Pran Pratishtha will be truly a uniting event between the two communities? Will there be true reconciliation, especially when voices come out and say, political voices at that, come out and say that nobody is recalling 6th December 1992, everybody is celebrating. Do you really think that this reconciliation can ever happen? The manner in which we carry wounds in our hearts.
Navika, it has already happened. It's already, reconciliation has already happened. If you hear some voices here and there who are highlighting the conflict, it must be a minuscule. You know, in my experience, I have met 1,200 religious leaders in this country, and none of them opposed, none of them had another opinion about whether Ram temple should be there or not. Every one of them, supported the whole idea that we should come together and do it and finish it for once for all. So I have met so many imams, none of them ever said Ram Mandir should not be there. They only were saying how it can be done. The whole thing was how it could be done. Now it is done. In fact, one of the very well-known scholar, Islamic scholar, even said, देने के लिए हमारे पास अधिकार नहीं, मगर आप ले सकते हो. Was the main thing, and the role played by our Honorable Prime Minister, Home Minister, and all this, the whole machinery, government officials, and the Supreme Court has been very, very productive and constructive in this whole thing.
True. And what would you say to those who have got an invite but have declined the invitation, saying that this is a BJP RSS celebration?
If we decline, we really make it like that. So if you have to own Ram, what are you disowning? By saying this belongs to a particular party, you are disowning the heritage, the civilization, the culture, and the Maryada Purushottam himself. That's what we should not do. Okay, every state is run by some party, and when some party is running it, they will only manage everything in that place. But Ram is for everybody. At least in this place, everyone should come. When you all can sit in the Sansad, in the parliament, all of you sit together, do you say the parliament is built by Modi ji, so I will not enter into the parliament? That is not, I don't think it's not a wise thing to do. I would feel that every party, they should come, happily participate, keep aside the politics for some time. This is what I'm saying. So this is a moment of national pride. So everyone should participate.
Well said. And how are you looking forward to the 22nd of January, the Pran Pratishtha? And what does it personally mean to you?
See, personally for me, Ram is inside me, in our hearts. So I don't need to go to a place. But I will be there, I'll be somewhere sitting there, and I will, enjoy the joy of millions I'll be part of celebration that millions are going to experience on that day.
Well, thank you very much, Sri Sri Ravishankar.